Welcome back to the stream here. Well, it was the stream earlier as well, but this is just the better part of the stream, maybe. Unless you really like the ASUS commercials.
They're all right. I'm not going to flame, dude. You can't just bait me into a flame.
I was trying so hard to get you in trouble. I was going to take all your money from the Dreamleague. Oh, wait, I do anyway.
I was going to say, what money? What is money?
I don't know. Yeah, welcome back to the stream. It's, we're going into our final game of this stream, and then actually we're going to be going into tune in afterwards. This game's done into Bruno and Lumi, who have currently got VP Polar versus Next Game KZ. But we got one more game before that happens. They're on game number 2. We're on game number 3, and this will see if a Team Empire can go 9-0 in the group, or if Classic, virtus.pro Classic can actually bring back one game. And I certainly think they can as we go into the bans and picks. And all I think they need to do, virtus.pro Classic, is go ham. They need to fight. I want to see a Kunkka. All right, that's good at fighting. Kunkka likes to fight.
Pretty good, yeah.
Let me think of some other heroes as I captain their team from really far back seat in a language that they probably won't understand so well. All I've got is Kunkka. Wait. No, that's it.
I'm glad that we've just gone for this ham strategy that only revolves around Kunkka.
Well, they don't get Void. No one's going to give them Void. Look, Void's going to get banned out. Team Empire.
But what if it doesn't get banned?
Then you pick Void.
Well, Empire is first pick. So they would probably pick Void.
That's true.
Because they love that hero.
Magnus, removed.
Well, the thing is, the Skywrath or the Void is going to get through either way. And I think the Empire really like both of those heroes. So maybe they'll actually decide to first pick one or the other. But
I'm kicking over equipment here.
Yeah, you really are. But you're also using it as a footrest, which is probably why you're kicking it in the first place.
It's a very expensive footrest. I mean, there's like a couple of £1,000 of hardware in there.
Well, yeah, but you have your feet on the plastic bin, not the hardware.
So
5 seconds remaining.
I can see them.
Do you?
I'm not that blind.
Can you?
I can try my best, okay?
All right, you're right. I'm actually being very nice. My plastic box footrest is doing me some work down here. We've actually got a footrest on the stool. Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of amazed that
Void's
you didn't
banned.
just catch
Oh
up.
my god. Am I a tier 1 commentator?
Yeah, but...
Oh, what, Andy?
They actually first picked Brew. Okay. So that leaves Skywrath open for VP if they want to take it. Although,
Here comes the
have they played Skywrath? They did one game, right? They played Skywrath in the first game. I think it was Yol who played it? No, Solo. Empire had it. Solo played it. Yeah, okay. I remembered. Sorry. It took me a minute there. I just had to go.
It's a great conversation with yourself you're having.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I was trying to remember because it was really important because I had a point that I wanted to make, and then I realized that it wasn't actually VP who had it. It was Empire. So my point
that is a good point.
The point's just completely gone now.
Case solved, Detective Andy.
That was tough.
And now they get it. It all led to this.
But it doesn't even matter because my point was only pertaining to the fact that they had it in the first game and they didn't have it in the first game.
But it's good, man. They can silence the Brew.
Yeah, it's still really good. I'm not saying the hero's bad. I wanted to bring something up, and now it's just, I've ruined it for myself. It was actually a self-fulfilling prophecy. It wasn't great. But now they're looking at one more. I like the Skywrath, though, because it leaves your options wide open. You can do whatever you want. You can aggro. You can just do roam. You can secure one hero really, really good farm and leave another support to, like, sit AFK in the jungle like Empire did yesterday when they decided to just pick Sand King and just sit there and be like, yep, we're going to do whatever we want. And yeah, it's really early, though.
Yeah, but I don't think they get it. It's been banned out plenty of times.
Yeah.
Actually, by Empire, I think, have been banning it out. So they're like, yeah, we want it. And that's, again, like a very aggressive hero when you want it to be, just TPing in to the lanes and will turn those fights into their favor. And they want to win the laning phases and they want to dive under towers, and that's how they're going to win this game. And if they don't do that, they will lose.
So is it a ham hero then?
It's going ham.
Okay.
It's double nulls.
I mean, Resolution played a Prophet and went ham. Right?
Yeah,
like,
he did, actually. He was mid, yeah.
He had Blink, Maelstrom, Treads at like 11 minutes into the game, or 12 minutes, something insane like that. He had like a 740 GPM game. Let's see if VP can live up to those standards. But one more for Empire, and honestly, with the Brewmaster, you have a lot of options, really. Like, you can keep everything really controlled with the Brewmaster, so you can decide to pick for a late game composition, you can decide to pick for mid game and just try to take map control that way. And they love their Ogre Magi, by the way. Like, they have been picking this hero non-stop.
Yeah, it's really good, but it's also
10 seconds
really
remaining.
boring to
Is it
see
though?
it again.
Is it really boring?
It is
5
boring.
seconds
But
remaining.
you can see if he's gonna multicast on every.
They tried to
single
make him
spell.
interesting, Andy, by giving him 2 heads.
Reserve
That's how boring he was.
He is interesting. He's blue, and he has 2 heads.
Who did the face paint on the
Turn to ban.
left head?
I don't know which head controls what, because I'm pretty sure your left brain controls the right side of your body. So I guess that would mean that the right head did his face
Where
paint.
did the spells come from?
Team Empires turn to ban.
I didn't hear that. Sorry, we have an
Basically,
update.
he was saying that they're on the same score because VP Polar won the second game versus
Oh,
next game.
so they're tied up at 4 to 4.
Basically.
So if VP win this and VP Polar lose, they go through. And if they both win, VP Polar go through.
Yep.
And if VP Pro lose and VP Classic here lose and VP Polar lose, Polar still go through. So it was a slim chance for them to go through, since VP Polar are now 2-0 on the stream with Bruno.
It's crunch time, though, for VP Classic because Team Empire haven't dropped a game, so the pressure's on. Like, if you're going to perform, you have to do it now.
This is why you go ham.
Obviously, they could very easily know what the status update of the other games are, too, because they could just have, like, on another monitor or something between games, just like glance at it, oh, they won their game. So suddenly now it's, like, even more intense, and they need to
Maybe
make
they
sure
have
that
like a
don't drop it.
special VP phone. You know, like a bat phone, but just for
Virtus.
You don't think they have a VP phone?
There was no camera shot in the studio,
Like,
but
you just pick it up and it gets you with the other team.
the glare that was just given to James was
Maybe
pretty...
they have pagers.
Who has pagers?
Russians.
By the way, this is the first time that I've actually gotten to see a Terrorblade.
Oh,
What a hero. I mean, this to me feels very much like we want to try to play an independent style because Terrorblade can pressure lane solo, Nature's Prophet can pressure lane solo, Skywrath is pretty self-sufficient. All these heroes can function pretty well if they decide to not fight, which kind of, to me, it seems like they almost don't want to fight with these heroes. I know you were saying they want to pick a lineup that can definitely just go in and go ham, but
well, this is the extreme opposite, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
you're okay with it.
I'm okay with that.
So instead of going ham,
You-
we're going
you
the
go-
total opposite
Yeah,
spectrum of ham.
It's like what Empire have been doing, taking the fights on their terms. And with Terrorblade, Nature's Prophet, you do get to take fights on your terms, because if you want to sack a tower, you normally get something else out of the exchange. And some pure damage coming out here for Team Empire with the Timber Saw.
Really good against Prophet and Terrorblade, and Sky to an extent. Like, they kind of counter each other. Timbersaw does a crap load of damage, and Skywrath has horrendous strength gain, so you kill him pretty quickly. And then Nature's Prophet and Terrorblade both have very low HP, and plus, Timbersaw offers great wave clear. You can burst a Terrorblade down, like,
Bruno
immediately.
just walked in to give me an update. Bruno,
What?
they're both tied 4-4.
10 seconds
If Polar lose their last game and VP win it,
That is correct.
then
5
actually,
seconds
yes.
remaining.
So don't come here giving me some crazy-ass updates. When
I wanted to make you.
I already,
I
we
wanted
had a
to
conversation
make a
about this.
Damn it.
Turn to pick.
How's you, all right, and, okay.
How's that looking? Give me an update, like super fast.
Well, basically, VP are going to want to farm, and they want not for their Terrorblade to die from the Timber Saw, so they just picked up a Dazzle. So he's gonna have a fun time with his ultimate. And
Basically,
Empire
VP
just pick heroes that are good, and then they stand there, and then they don't get beat, and that's so we'll see if VP can play split.
They win fights, win game, and VP decided, hey, we can't beat them in fights, so we're going to try to play a style that doesn't actually involve fighting.
Yep.
Which is a fair
I like the
thing to
Dazzle
do.
though. I think the Dazzle's awesome.
Yeah, I really
Throw
like
that on a Terrorblade. He's got no HP, and then boom, you've got no HP. You seen that, Bruno? It's a new spell. Let me tell you what it's called. It's called Sunder.
I like how you didn't even know the name of the ability. Do you even play Dota?
Turn to
Don't play Terrorblade because I'm not a faggot, Andy.
Oh, boy. That was harsh. I don't play Terrorblade either. That felt like I was directed at me. Whenever I play games, I don't get to even safe lane. Everyone just says safe lane, please, and pick some random shit.
No way do you get people calling safe lanes in pub games. It's all
It
mid.
happened to me the game before I came here. I was streaming the game. There is video evidence.
All right, Luna's going to be picked up.
All right, so There is some kind of like pushing potential here on Empire, and again, the Bloodlust is really nice with Luna. Your farm speed's going to be quite high, similar to what the Gyrocopter offered them in the last game. But the Luna, for me, it's one of those heroes that functions really well when you know that it's going to be pretty much ignored, and I think that's going to be the case for Empire here. VP aren't really looking to fight that much, I don't think, with these heroes. Like Dazzle, yeah, there's no real catch there. VP don't have any initiation whatsoever, really. It's all kind of just split push, so I think it's safe to pick a greedy hero like Luna in, you know, countering the Terrorblade.
Yeah, really, that's what it's for. It's like it will stand up to a Terrorblade in team fights.
Yeah.
If they exchange and farm pretty evenly across the game, and it also pushes towers. Aura's going to be a little lackluster for his team right now. It's just that Luna is just going to kind of work on itself.
Well, no, it hits all the heroes. It's not ranged at all.
Wait, what? Oh, God.
It's all heroes. It's not Drow Aura.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It's okay, man. Dota 101 with Andy.
5 seconds remaining.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's really good. It means whenever you decide the 5-man, which they don't really have to either, because I think the Timbersaw is going to be able to apply a decent amount of pressure on his own, that they could be focusing him instead of the Luna. And depending on what VP pick, it could be a mid-sky, I guess, if they want to pick some kind of disabler.
You know, Luna is one of my main carries that I used to play.
I remember. I've lost to your Luna before, and you don't even know what the aura does. You know how depressing that is to me? I mean, that's just like, that's mind-blowing. But still a really, really solid pick here.
10 seconds
Wind Ranger
remaining.
at your service.
Oh, Windrunner. So they really do want to avoid fights. They're just like, we're going to pick heroes that kind of
How
do their own
hard are
thing.
they to kill right now? You got Skywrath Mage, who's bloody fast and can slow you down. Nature's Prophet, who doesn't need to be there, who doesn't want to be. Terrorblade, that will not show his face on the map apart from illusions if he gets a decent early game. Dazzle, that can save anybody and is pretty good in the laning phase. And then Wind Ranger, who, basically, in my opinion, Windrun is just another version of a rape whistle. It's like you got no chance. You know, you see that and you're just like, no, I'll just keep on walking.
Well, running in this case. Wind running.
Oh, okay.
Or is it wind rangering? I don't want to get sued.
This looks like Team Empire want to take towers with that Leshrac pickup and the Luna.
Well, yeah,
And
because
then,
they
I think
realize
that's a nice little combo for them.
they realize that VP are not wanting to go aggressive here at all.
So they need to be able to take towers and control the map.
And plus a double stun roam, once the offlane tier 1 actually does die, you assume that Resolution has even a marginally good game, and you're going to have a blink initiator, you're going to have really good catch, your team fight's strong, your pushing potential is still going to be pretty good, although VP probably have a leg up in just that department. But in every other way, I think that Team Empire's draft might be a bit superior. It just depends on how VP actually perform. If the Terrorblade gets really farmed, it's always going to be scary to play against that because your damage output and your tankiness go through the roof.
Oh no, I've lost my preview screen, Andy.
I think you were kicking the plastic box one too many times, and maybe you just unplugged it or something like that. Who knows, though?
I turned it back on.
Battle.
Did you turn it back on?
Yeah, I got it. It works.
We're good.
Nope, no picnic. Okay, so, yeah, well, this is what I like about VP and how they know themselves really well, Andy. They're like, right, we're not very good at fighting, so now they don't fight. And I think it's going to work out for them.
It's a learning process.
It is. What are we good and bad at? Hey, you know there was a tournament on Saturday that I actually was going to sign us up to, but we can't now because we're getting drunk Saturday instead.
Yeah, celebrating Scriff's
Scriff's
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turning 19.
That sounds wrong.
All right,
do you not know how old he
gonna
is?
find Yoki down here, but you actually have their whole team to kind of back him up, and this could go really badly. But the Ogre Magi actually wasn't in position to put out some pressure.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, I think they were assuming a level 1 Roche just because of the Nature's Prophet, and better to check, safe than
Yep.
sorry kind of a deal, which I totally get.
Okay, so always want to fly on the Leshrac. Let's go through this real quickly as they are going to disperse to their lanes. We're going to see Silent playing the Luna, Solo on the Ogre Magi, Resolution going to be playing the Brewmaster, and then Yoki is going to be on the safe lane, Timber, so it's going to be aggressive try with roaming Ogre Magi. But either way, on virtus.pro we're going to see Yol playing the Skywrath Mage, Jodam on the Dazzle, Terrorblade picked up by BZZ, piloting the Windrunner, Wind Ranger, Windrunner, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be G. And then Sidoi is going to be on that Nature's Prophet. So yeah, this Ogre Magi will be roaming, and they're going to stick Luna on that aggressive try, potentially. Always Want to Fly is actually going to be rotating a little bit here, as I think he sees Yol and doesn't want to leave his mid in a precarious position. But Resolution always seems to stand up pretty well in the mid. But I like win range of mid. I think it's really strong.
Yeah, the hero has great animation, great damage. Resolution taking quite a bit of harass damage here. Always Want to Fly. Looking to line up the Earth Split here. It's going to be a bit off the mark, but it does force Yol to back off and not apply any more pressure to Resolution. And in the end, we were talking about how both teams kind of wanted to avoid each other's lanes. Empire actually wanted to meet the tri-lane of VP because that Luna aura is so strong. We might see a First Blood here, overcommitting a bit. The actual second Earth Splitter missed in a row from Always Want to Fly, and G picks up the First Blood. Definitely not the way you want to start this game. The Ogre is coming in from the back, though. Solo coming in. He's got a stun. Are they going to be able to line it up? There's one. Can Always Want to Fly land it from downtown. There we go. He's going to... No, the concussive blast gets tanked, but the extra tower shot still ends up taking him down. Yol not getting credit for the kill, but does get some proximity gold.
There's going to be... If Solo gets vision here, he'll be able to pick him up. He's trying to hide. Oh, he's actually pushing him into a corner. They won't have an easy way to escape. And Resolution is going to maybe need to hit a clap to keep on running, but nope, just going to keep on running. And G will be slowed, but there comes the win run. And
one more hit.
There it is. So crazy exchanges in the center so far, and even Always Want to Fly hitting more Earth Splits, and Jolem actually tanking the majority of his health, and actually almost gets picked up there at the end. So I would be really happy if I was G. I mean, you picked up 2 kills, you died once. You know, your support ended up dropping middle, your Skywrath, not a big deal though. I'm okay with that. It was First Blood too, so VP don't get a clean start, but at least I think they get something nice out of it.
The one benefit to that whole exchange is that G actually died and got a bottle and then TP'd back, so it wasn't so bad. And Silent's going to be chased down here a little bit by Yol, but he's got a salve and stuff, so he should be able to sit in the lane just fine. The downside, though, is that Solo had to rotate.
Sorry, they're going to leave the... This regen's quite nice. Sorry, continue.
I was going to say, Solo had to rotate, so it leaves Silent kind of to his own devices for a while. He's got the 3rd highest CS right now, though, so he's not suffering too much for it. But that means that Sadoy is going to get a pretty darn good start in this game. And whenever a Prophet gets ahead, you always have to be concerned about the split push potential that comes out, because until Resolution gets a blink, there is no catch on that team at all. So being able to punish a split pusher is kind of limited right now for Empire.
I mean, the only really real way outside of the blink initiation is just going for smoke by ganks.
Yeah.
Because the smoke gank potential is pretty damn big with that Ogre Magi and also the Shrek. You know, just having 2 stuns is huge. So BZZ on the bottom lane, farming away, 10 and 1. Goki just going to try and timber chain. Will actually hit some damage, but wants to turn around. He's got 2 points into reactive armor, so he's going to be regening up nicely, and Jolem doesn't want to take any additional damage here, but kind of hard to knock him down right now. And I think BZZ just wants his last hits. And in the middle, we do have a small amount of rotation again, Yol. Not sure what he's going to be able to do here, but G could be the G that we've know and seen in the previous games from him, where he does really well based off this start. He's at 16 last hits up top. Rotation comes in, kills Sadoy. Solo there, as well as Always Want to Fly. And those two as a roaming, it's like hitting the split earth is such a powerful spell if you can. And on top of a second stun, it's quite, not really a skill-based stun to hit with your Ogre Magi. It's good. So I think they even cut through the trees to get that kill top.
And keeping Sadoy down, I think, is really important, too. Again, the split pushing potential on the side of VP is immense. Like, there's a lot of pressure that they have to deal with if they don't do it early. So I like the proactive supports in Empire, but this is the same kind of style they play every game. Like, their supports move, and as we're seeing again, top, Sadoy just getting tower dove at the tier 1. Gonna be dropping here again. Silent picks up the kill this time, and there's already a ring of Bassi picked up, so if they want to try to apply some pressure to the tower, they can. Interestingly, though, Always Want to Fly actually decided to go for a Lightning Storm instead of Edict, so he's favoring the ganky kind of build instead of just going for the sheer tower push. But it seems to be working out pretty well so far.
Yeah, it's done good for him, and Webhaz is like slapping himself in the face. He's like, I need a coffee. He's been playing Dota all day. He's watching Dota. Too many heroes to follow, but I'm sure he'll be back on it. Down bottom lane, you're not going to get slow. No silence thrown in yet. There it is. He will be able to slow him with BZZ as well. Jolem putting down some damage, but he's just going to back away. Always Want to Fly. Looked like he cancelled. He's a bit earth there, and It's the build on the Timber Saw in terms of he actually went 0-3-2 and he's had some good damage outputs, but just not having that Whirling Death kind of does affect you. But Solo going to rotate now with Boys Wanna Fly. They are going to hit. Yoki looking for a Timber Chain, but unfortunately he will be saved so far with the Grave, and he's actually going to change his efforts onto BZZ, but this doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to get a kill by any means. Yo juking out Solo to the right. There comes a Timber Chain from Yoki. He's going to miss, and the salve is going to be enough to keep him on pretty high HP, and he's just going to be able to turn. Always Wanna Fly is going to have to run, and he's like, I wish I had more spells than just a Timber Chain, but he's still hitting the Timber Chains, and they will get the kill. On the Skyref Mage was able to make it all the way back to base after juking out Solo, and I'm kind of surprised that that became so easy. Nicely done by Yoki with the Timber Chains. G will collect himself up a Bounty Rune, and the Luna's been left all by her lonesome. Level 6 now. Seedoi not having the greatest lane up here. This off lane 35 last hit Luna is looking pretty strong.
Well, he did get dove twice. I mean, it's really hard for a Nature's Prophet to do much against a double stun, especially when you have that Lunar Blessing and just the sheer damage that Empire can output with those 3 heroes. But they've opted actually to send BZZ top, which I like. And when they were having that engagement bottom, Solo was zoning 2 heroes by himself. Like the Skywrath and Yol.
There he was. He was
and were both just running.
Resolution. Wants to chase. He is level 6. He's going to now use his split, and G trying to run away. I don't think he's going to get much help from Yol here, and he will drop. And Jodham comes in. Unfortunately, a little bit too late, and not enough mana even for a Grave. And the Earth Panda will just head away as he'll try and maximize his damage. Seedoi going to rotate here into the mid lane just to hold that tower for a little while. Yoki now up to his level 6, almost level 7. So we're going to see some big damage coming out to him in the future fights. And still silent at top, still farming away, and he's got backup. Looks like they were maybe thinking of doing something on the top lane in terms of what's happening on the mini-map. I think mid's going to be a stalemate right here. And he's got Leshrac behind him, the Leshrac, but I don't know if this is... Yep, they are going to chase it, and they actually had a TP mid for the team of VP, so there might not be an easy rotation, but this is taking a little bit too long, and you can now see through the jungle there is going to be backup in the form of the Skyref. So this will be a fight that they might not want to take. Always Wanna Fly. Going to find Yo, and Yo's actually pretty damn low, and he's got the creep wave with him. Okay, Yo, don't worry about it. And they had no clue Always Wanna Fly was there. Stun going to come in onto Seedoi. It does hit. Magi just trying to punch him down. Jonathan comes in with the Grave, will save him, and BZZ will just trying to push away Solo, but he takes so little damage with the amount of armor. And BZZ, he's got to be careful in this situation. This clap is going to be the end of him. He doesn't even need it. G comes in from the mid lane. He ran all the way through. Haste on to Resolution, just picking up kills, and he's left all by himself. This is disastrous.
Yeah.
This is just like Yol's rotation. It's a nice idea because yeah, you want to give backup, but they just had no idea Always Wanna Fly was there. You see a little bit of damage here from Wrath of Nature, but that was painful to watch. That was VP just falling over.
Empire's early game fighting is so much stronger than VP's, like by every sense.
Lineup.
Yeah, well, they have a split push lineup, but you're also fighting into a Luna with Lunar Blessing, which is very, very strong. Like, all your heroes just hit hard. You have a double stun, and the Timber Saw wasn't even there. And Resolution only came in at the very end to clean up a couple of kills that they probably would have had to back anyway. So VP is falling for the typical, we're going to pick a split push lineup and then try to fight.
And like BZZ doesn't do anything in these fights right now in terms of his damage output. They're so high on armor, the other team. You know, your Timber Saw, your Luna, and your Ogre Magi, the only targets you should be able to hit are high on armor, and even the Brewmaster should be fine in terms of being able to split and just run away in terms of his health. And we've got a blink on the Brew. Like, I don't know, where is the Brew? I think he's back in base because he ran all the way back, yeah. If he's TPing bottom, that's his kill. If he's TPing top, they'll destroy this tower, yeah. And you can actually just go bottom and kill Yol, but they don't even care. He's like level 3, I think, Yol, and he has like absolutely no health. He's actually hit level 4 because he had that lane for a little bit, but gonna go top. Yeah, and wow, yeah, BZZ doesn't look in a great spot, does he? And Whirling Death level 2.
Yeah, and the problem is, since it's such an early blink, like 930 with full wand, bottle, blink dagger, is that he will likely die to this TP especially considering that there's a timber saw behind the tower right now.
Yeah,
and
the Dazzle's not going to help either. Like, Dazzle's too low level in terms of actually being able to really bring something to the fight, because you're 10 free and the enemy team have a lot of spells.
Yeah, I mean, he's even opting to max the Grave, which I like. I like the fact that Jottam is going for the max Grave build, because you really don't want to be anywhere near Empire's lineup if you're Dazzle. You want to sit in the back, you want to Grave somebody to make sure they live, and you want to try to disengage. The problem is, they don't really have any way to disengage. The only thing that they can do is try to push out lanes individually and just make Empire react to them and hope that they can get something in return.
It's like Yol's the probably best way to actually get on targets, as well as G, if he can actually hit a shackle, but that's incredibly difficult. So G doesn't have a TP available. Sidoi, teleport is down. Yol across the bottom lane, I'm pretty sure does have a TP, but is probably thinking, fuck that, when he sees the fight kick off. And BZZ is going to drop, and Jottam just needs to disengage and give up the tower. Like, that's all that's going to happen here.
Yeah, it's possible.
But like, if they can get their Nature's, like, the problem is, by the time this fight's over, Nature's Prophet is able to teleport again. But by the time this fight's over, Empire would have like had no kind of like real big commitment to win this fight. I feel that Nature's Prophet won't even be able to like TP and help get a tower, because Yol won't be able to push fast enough bottom. If G's pushing in middle, it's probably only the middle tower that they can do something to if you're VP. So let's check the mid tower if we can, Wepez. The other one, the one that they're going to push. Yeah, I think maybe they could put this down a little bit on HP for the cost of BZZ's life and force out some TPs, since resolution will be top, but his rotation will be quick. Yeah, this is a tough game. I think that it's slipping away already just off that one team fight.
Again, it's just Empire having the superior fighting lineup and making the fights happen. That one TP top where Sidoi decided to just try to go ham behind enemy lines, and I think it was actually Yol as well who ended up dying first and made Sidoi's TP not great.
Yeah.
Because he just gets caught out in the middle of the woods, drops
next
one
to the
loosen
creep wave.
beam, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I've expended my TP. We're trying to take a team fight when there's still a tier 1 in the off lane alive. I just feel as though they're putting themselves in a mental state where they feel like they have to fight, but they don't. Like, they don't have to take these engagements, but because they have, all of a sudden this resolution with a Blink Dagger so early in the game is going to start to be a massive issue. Because normally, the Blink Dagger might come a little bit later, like even a couple of minutes, but that can be a big difference between BZZ maybe having like a bracer or maybe almost gets drummed or something like that, you know? So because he doesn't have that tankiness, he wasn't even level 6 when he died last time, he was level 5.
Yep.
He couldn't even Sunder. I don't know, I feel like everything for VP right now is kind of just...
Actually, I didn't even notice he was level 5. I was wondering why he was running into the tree line on such low
Yeah, he
HP.
couldn't Sunder.
Yeah. All right, so for a split push lineup, they've done less tower damage than Empire. They're about to lose a tower, and I don't think that when they turn up to towers, they're going to be able to. And because they have very little ability to fight now, I got a feeling this is going to be a 20-minute game, or even less.
Well, the thing about their lineup is that if they win one fight decisively, they're automatically back in the game.
You need your Dazzle to be level 6 for that to happen. You need to hit people
Well, you never
with
know.
your ulti. Yeah, I know it can happen, but I'm just like, that's the only way I see it. Like, the only way I see it is you give up your tier 1 towers, you get your levels, you get some resemblance of good items, then you go. So BZZ, gonna die, Jottam, gonna disengage. Resolution's up here. He can run BZZ down, which he's going to in just a moment. And here comes the blink. And he's actually going to use his ulti just to help secure him the kill. No Grave will be used. And then we can look at the mid, where actually G rotated away from. So they are not pushing that out. And he's currently being chased. The Nature's Prophet has teleported bottom to help Yol on the tower. But G, he's the focus. And in comes the stun.
Is under attack.
Yeah, pretty easy kill here.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, it's a 4-on-1.
We'll check the bottom tower. And this is kind of slow.
Yeah, I mean, the
They
thing
did actually kill the Shrek. Yeah, sorry. I think.
the Nature's Prophet is not really a great split pusher until later in the game. Like, Terrorblade obviously offers a tremendous amount of damage output, but he's never had the opportunity to get to a tower in the first place. So I feel as though, like, picking the Terrorblade, VP had to have adopted a different style. Like, they couldn't just decide to go, okay, we want to take these small skirmishes against heroes like Leshrac and Ogre and Panda. You're just not going to ever come out on top in those situations. And they even had a really good start by getting the first blood and 2 kills on G.
Yeah, they did.
They could have set the pace right then and there and said, okay, we're going to try to just
It's
play
just that fight top. They didn't need to take it. Yol dies, you know, so what? It's like, if BZZ's having a hard time, at least, you know, you've got your Nature's Prophet off lane, you've got G middle, and his Wind Ranger could be doing good. And this mid tower going down is huge. Like, it's just, this is where you will start starving out your opposing team. And G, he knows it. He throws out a Shackle and Power Shot. He's going to get healed up by Jodam, but the tower looking to go down, and they don't want to give it up. Always want to fly, currently trapped. Eats a Power Shot, and they will get themselves a kill. And Yol, this is their only real ability to chase with the Shackle, and it's exactly what they hit. Solo will drop, tower survives, and that couldn't have gone any better for virtus.pro in this stage of the game. It was looking really painful. They did it without BZZ. They saved the tier 1 tower. They hit the Shackle, and huge. But Resolution, he's got other plans for how this mid-fight is going to end. Grave used onto Jodam, trying to run away, and he'll be able to give up his life soon. I was going to say get away, but no, he'll be dying to Resolution momentarily as soon as the poison touch is worn off. And Gio actually did manage to survive as well.
He just gave up.
That looked painful. And this tower will be dropping. Nope.
I think G maybe
Yep.
also
G might be
denied.
able to
Oh, he's on
die.
fly, going for the stun. He actually misses again. He has just not had the greatest game in terms of
Hard hero,
landing
man.
his stuns.
Hard hero to
Bottom
play.
lane, so they're going to be dropping here. Is he going to go for more Resolution with that double damage, continually chasing? Now TP comes in. It's going to be Jodam. One auto attack.
Like,
The clap's going to land. There's going to be a grave, but Jodam's just like, I've done all I
Maybe
can.
they can kill Solo. Like a heal.
They should be able to.
And then
Maybe not.
Solo, is he? Oh my god, he's got to walk away. And Resolution still has his DD.
Oh. All right, that's an ultra kill for
Oh, he's
Resolution
gonna
at
do
12 minutes
more.
in.
He doesn't care.
No way. He's
He's gonna
actually
do more.
TPing in. He's actually TPing into this. That was brave. That's a
All right,
rampage.
GG.
Oh boy. Hey, Solo ended up dying.
Solo. Oh, on.
The Ogre actually died, yeah.
Oh, well that. Oh, wow. Oh, sorry, I changed my mind.
Oh, Sidoi, popping the blade mail. Always want to fly, pulse moving into it. Eats a Mystic Flare in the face. Ends up dropping here. Middle lane, BZZ. He's not in his happy
Mana.
place.
Yeah, this game's getting out of hand.
It
It's
just really.
impressive that Empire are able to kind of almost
Right.
shake their opponents. Like, they literally... Like Panda's Brewmaster's so good in this game just because he's like such a strong fighter in the mid game, and you've got all these split push lineups, and you're relying so heavily on the mistakes from Empire, but you just don't see them. Silent just going to be able to walk off some of the initial damage. Yoki going onto G, and well, okay, Solo and also Silent almost cast their spells at the same time to get the kill, and there's going to be the ulti used, and is he going to use his ulti? No. Yes, he is going to use it. He's going to use it on Solo. BZZ, he's healed up. He's happy. He gets a kill. Jodam's still with him, and he's going to go down. But it looked cool until the part where he died. I like this game, though. It's interesting. There's lots of things happening.
I mean, it's a very aggressive game, and they're going to actually get another kill here. Yoki going to pick up Jodam. Resolution always want to fly. Now finally here behind the tier 2, where the rest of Empire have been fighting
Hey,
for
what are
about
you doing?
4 minutes. G just doesn't care, man. He wants blood. That's all he cares about right now. He's going to pop the wind run. Arcane Bolt can do some damage to Resolution. Mystic Flare way off the mark. Always want to fly. Ends up dropping there with the Ancient Seal on. Power Shot doing quite a bit of damage. Yoki almost completely out of mana. Nice grave coming out from Jodam. Keeps Yol alive for the time being. And the rest of the BP, nope, they're not going to try to retreat just yet. They're actually just going to lose one
okay.
first.
They're
Nice
gonna get
shackle from G. One more power shot. Gives G the double. Now Resolution deciding, okay, maybe I should leave now that the rest of my team's dead.
Was that a minute fight behind the tier 2 tower?
I lost track at the
14
time.
minutes in.
Like, they want to go back in. They're not even done. They're just like,
Ulti's
yep,
up in 5 seconds.
we're in. This is fine.
Yep.
One clap, one crit.com. Something like that.
Lads.
What a gamey game. 38 kills in 15 minutes. Multicast coming out from Solo on the G. He's going to just go back behind the tower. I mean, really, you just want to watch Resolution the whole time because he's the one who just goes in, you know?
Yeah, he's going to get himself a rune as well. I think it's a bounty.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
a bounty rune. But yeah, he can still do something. And BZZ is going to be struggling on items and also his life in just a moment. His resolution, I think, anticipated him maybe to be there, farming the camp, but it wasn't going to be the case.
Oh,
and
God.
Look, you can see the little marks on the floor. Follow him. G and his shackles coming into play, actually maybe getting a kill onto Silent. There is a blade mail on Sadoy. He's just going to have to try and right-click him down, but Resolution just bypasses Sadoy. Goes straight onto G. There is a grave. Sadoy will now drop, though, to always want to fly. Nice split earth. And they want more. Resolution does have his ulti, but no mana for it. I don't know if the Arcane Boots is going to be available soon. Nope, no Arcane Boots onto Solo, but, well, Jordan will just fall over on his Dazzle, which makes Anuxi sad. He likes Dazzle.
I like Dazzle too.
But not like Anuxi likes Dazzle.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we can all agree. But 40 kills in a 16-minute game must be European East Dota. I mean, it's fun to watch. Yeah, it's really fun to watch because both teams are just like, okay, it's just a slugfest now. Silent actually going to be running down BZZ in middle lane, who just turns around and decides, hey, I want to try to man fight, and then remembers,
he needs that
invis.
He needs the invis.
There's a blink panda. Whoa, he stopped.
Yes!
Can he dispel it? The boulder hit. He dispelled it. BZZ, you're not having a great time. Really nice Sunder, though.
Yeah.
Yoki going to take a little bit of damage here. Boulder toss coming out from the Earth Spirit, and that's going to be force after the high ground. Shackle onto Solo. The boulder. Oh.
Silent.
That was really, really close. Nice play by Resolution as well.
Yeah. Like, he's been on point with his Brewmaster, certainly enjoying this game. And saw where the boulder hit, so ended up dispelling the invis. Huh?
He's 15 and 2. Resolution. Okay, Sadoy coming in.
What does he got?
Some auto attacks.
Oh, he has a Mithril. Yeah, so that's why there's so much damage.
Well, the Ogre also had Weave on. So he had like minus armor.
Well, they've taken the tier 1 towers from all this fighting. I don't know if it was Sadoy or this was earlier because they killed the Shrek. Yeah, Sadoy destroyed a tower was the last thing that we saw on the log. Here comes the smoke. And Andy, we're going to see G shackle. It's going to be beautiful. But they're actually looking to kill Silent, and he's all left by his Losum. Oh, one of the smoke's going to get popped. Yep, G smoke got popped there by Resolution, and now Silent knows what's up. He's like, I am out of here. And they dropped 2 wards.
One of them is going to fade soon.
Okay. They didn't drop 2 wards. They dropped 1. And it was a very nice ward.
That was good. So, for VP, the interesting thing about this game is that
they're farming now.
It seems really one-sided.
But they're farming now.
Yeah, but their heroes are really, really good at recovery. And Sadoy having the Maelstrom now and the Blade Mail, he's still a reasonably good split pusher at this stage in the game. It's only 18 minutes in. Seems like a much longer game because of how many kills there have been. And BZZ, sure, he hasn't really had the greatest amount of farm. But the thing about Terrorblade is that he still can split push like a monster, even with no items. And Empire realized that, hey, we want to continually apply pressure here. We realize what we're up against during the mid to late game. We want to go.
VP have actually fallen into the game plan that they want now, though. Oh, the shackle flipped, but didn't do much as G loses all of his health, not able to run away, man. She's going to have to force that. Does get a heal from Jodam, and BZZ is going to come in. We see the Primal Split used. BZZ very low. There comes the multicast, not going to be able to sunder up his health. And Yolt trying to TP out here as well. He's got silenced, but it doesn't matter as it was the split earth that comes in. So I would have let the tier 2 tower drop. I don't know why they TP'd to die. I think they could have just defended tier 3. Like, there was no reason to be at that tier 2. Like, they were pushing top lane with BZZ, they were pushing mid lane with Sadoy. You're going to lose a tier 2 tower, but who gives a fuck in this stage of the game? You just need to actually get those the 2 cores farmed up. You're going to see a shackle there onto Resolution from G as he waits for his teammates to respawn. Yol's going to be coming up soon, but G will probably be almost joining him as he does actually manage to get away after the stun. Wind run off. Another shackle to fly out, but this one misses as well, and they lose their range racks. And I don't know why they took that tier 2 tower fight.
Yeah, we kind of jinxed it, saying that they were actually playing the way that the lineup was, I think,
is he
ideally
gonna
meant to be played.
He does Sunder.
I I don't really think it matters, though. PZ's going to be dropping anyway. Already 2 dead. Judum going to be joining that rank soon enough.
The treants.
And Silent trapped, but not going to be nearly enough damage.
Okay.
Sidoi was the only one there, and that's going to be a GG. So
I think they should have fought it tier 3, but whatever. It was probably going to go the same way. So there we have it.
yeah.
Team Empire.
3-0? Well, 9-0 technically, but 3-0 against.
3-0 today. 3-0 game 1, day 2, 3-0 day 3. And they look really, really good. And they forced every team to play how they wanted the game to be played. There wasn't a game where they seemed like they were in a bad spot. It really wasn't.
I agree, actually. Like, there's never a time where I feel like Empire have the pressure on them to do something. And I think a lot of that has to do with their drafting. I really like the way, like, I don't know if it's just Resolution doing the picks or if it's everyone. Usually a lot of teams chip in, even if it's one person primarily in the captain's seat. But the drafts that they pick always can fight and always somehow have really good mid-late game. It just seems like there's never a glaring weakness of any lineup that they pick. They're always very well-rounded.
Yeah, and Resolution's performance on his Brewmaster final game, certainly a bit of a standout there. 19-2.
15-minute rampage?
Yeah, 5 assists. I don't know why G was TPing into a primal split by any means, but, you know, it's like, yeah, if they just didn't take that top fight and actually kind of played around the map, yeah, that top fight gave the Blink Dagger. That was Resolution's Blink Dagger. So if you just played slower, it's okay if Yol died. Sidoi cancel your TP. Like Yol was just like, I am coming to help, and I don't know if didn't know always want to fly.
It was like level 4 too.
Yeah, and then he got seen by the creep wave as he was coming out, and it's like Silent literally just turned around and Lucent beamed him.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see how Empire just won every lane by the end of it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure with this loss, VP Polar basically have to lose against X Game to make sure that it goes to head-to-head.
VP Classic are out.
Oh, they can't do anything now.
Even if it's head-to-head now.
Okay.
If they lose.
Oh, yeah,
Polar
because Polar won a game.
Polar have beat VP 2-1 in terms of like in the matter of points exchanges. They won 2 games. Polar.
Yeah,
VP
so they would win the head-to-head.
So they should be 3rd place now. But we're not done with Dota here yet. Me and Andy are done though, as we're going to send you off to the other stream, and we're going to tune in to Bruno and Lumi, who are going to bring you the final game, I think, of next KZ, X Games KZ versus VP Polar. And then we'll be back at the end of the show and to talk a little bit later about our games with them. Exciting stuff. See you in a minute.
I haven't studied attacking that, and now the attacks